Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a really good day today. So for starters, don't mind my hair. It is so hot today that I just can't have it on my neck. I straightened it and I was like, nah, it's just gonna have to go up, sis. So don't mind my hair. And also, if you can hear like some roadworks and stuff going off outside, I'm really sorry, but it is impossible for me to sit without having the windows open. So I apologize for that. But for today's video, I have a full face of first impressions. Have it all in a box next to me. It is mostly high-end stuff, I think, with like a few drugstore bits added in here and there, but it is mostly high-end. So yeah, I have a good mixture of brands and some brands that I've never heard of or even tried before, so I'm excited. So let's just get straight on into it. So I've already moisturized my skin and stuff, but I need to prime my skin. So I have a little sample of the Bare Minerals Prime Time Original Foundation Primer, and this I got from my Glossy Box advent calendar, I believe. So it's just a little sample size. I was actually smart this time and took off most of the plastics to the stuff that I'm using today, but like one or two things I've probably forgotten. I can't tell whether that has a smell or not. It feels really smooth. It feels like water. This feels weird. So for starters, I definitely took too much. I've still got loads left on my hands, so I'm just quickly gonna wipe some of that off. All it says on the back is apply a thin even layer all over face and allow to dry, and then it says follow with Bare Minerals foundation. So this is only a sample, so I assume on like the actual packaging it would tell you like what its goals are, I suppose, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's kind of soaked into my skin, but like in some areas it hasn't, but that could just be because I applied too much. I know I applied too much. My skin feels really hydrated though, I will say that. Now I'm going to move on to brows, and I don't have a new eyebrow product to try, as in like to shape them, but I do have something new for my soap brows. So if I just take it out of the box, I recently brought the ABH brow freeze, which I'm really excited to try because so many people have been raving about this. So that's what it looks like, and I don't think you have to wet this. I think you just go in with it. Feels bizarre. So let's just get this through my brows, and then I'm just going to use my like, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. My BH Cosmetics Brow Duo in Warm Brown, if you were interested. It's not new. I've tried it before and I know I like it, and I've kind of done that for a reason, because then I know like if it's not performing very well, it's this. So I guess I just take some. So that's kind of like what it's looking like on the spoolie. I don't know what to expect here, and my eyebrows are a little bit unruly at the minute. I haven't plucked them or shaved them in a while because I'm not really sure what I want to do with them at the minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I'm in shock. Oh my god, I wish I'd sorted my eyebrows out now. Oh, that is so good. Oh, I hope this stays on like all day, like stays in place all day. But I think it will. Oh my god, let me just quickly, because I took too much, I still have some on the brush, so I'm just quickly going to use it on the other eyebrow. Look at my brows right now. They are just literally, wherever I put them, they are staying. Oh my goodness. Low-key obsessed already. I'm obsessed with that. Like, just straight up, not even gonna lie. And I took a fair amount, but it did both my eyebrows, so happy with that. There's obviously a plane going past my window. I'm just quickly now going to fill it in my brows. I'm not going to film this because you guys have seen me do my brows a million times before. And I just want to see how well the product performs over top of it. But so far so good, so I'm really excited. So next time I'll be back, I'll have my brows done. Okay, so brows are done. Honestly, they look insane. I have not done my makeup in like, I think like probably nearly 2 weeks now, so I'm a little bit rusty, I won't lie. I do like the brow freeze and I definitely would use it again. It is a brow styling wax, so it is quite waxy. So I think what I would do next time is put it on and just see how long it takes to dry, and maybe use a pencil instead of a brow powder, because I feel like the powder was just kind of smushing the wax around. But I did get my brows done and I do really like the product so far. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. Now I'm going to move on to foundation, which I'm actually really excited about. So the foundation I'm going to be trying today is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It says stays all day and night, and I don't know what it claims to do. So it's a full coverage foundation with a flawless matte long lasting finish. Yeah, so I'm excited to try this. I got the shade 2 Neutral. I did buy this online. I brought it on Beauties, so it might be a little bit too dark or maybe even too light. I don't know, but we shall see. I'm excited, I'm not gonna lie. So this is what the pump looks like, and honestly this is such a weighty foundation. So I'm just gonna apply it straight to my sponge. Okay. Oh, actually, do you know what? That shade might be okay. I also have a lot of pimples at the minute because I'm due to start, and I've been craving a lot of chocolate lately, so love that for me. So we'll see how good the coverage is. I mean, the coverage is seeming really good at the minute. Okay, so for starters, I definitely took far too much. I think the shade is pretty decent though. I look a little bit washed out on the camera, but that could just be because I'm sat in front of the window because I like to use the natural lighting. But in person it is matching pretty nicely, to be honest. Now that I have it blended in, I would definitely agree that it is a full coverage foundation, because I'm really struggling to see anything kind of peeking through. There's like one around here that I can see and one here, but I think they're the like ones I was picking, so I think that is more so the fact that I was picking them that you can see them, because everything else you can barely see. And I really like the way that it's looking so far. I can't stand going around my eyebrows. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm going to move on to concealer, and the concealer that I have today is the PS My Perfect Colour Liquid Concealer. It's a medium coverage concealer, and I got the shade Porcelain. This is what it looks like. So I think this is literally like £2 from Primark. I really don't take a lot of concealer nowadays, so let's just see how far this little bit gets me. It's a really thin concealer, which was what I was kind of hoping for. You know what? That blended out really nicely. Let me just take a little bit more of the front part of my eye here. I'm actually really happy with that. Yeah, no complaints with that at all. So I'm just quickly going to do the other eye and my eyelids, and then I'll be back for powder. So I'm back and my base is looking pretty decent, to be honest. So now I have 2 powders to try and I can't decide which one to try. So I have the, that was loud, I Heart Revolution Peach Baking Powder, and this is supposed to smell like peaches. That's what the packaging looks like. And it did also come with this little puff, which I actually kind of want to try because apparently they apply powder better. But, oh, it does smell, it smells not strongly like peach, but it does smell kind of like peach. And then the other powder I have to try is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, which honestly this powder looks stunning. That's what the packaging looks like, and then this is what the compact looks like. So cute. And then that's what the powder looks like. I think I might take this under my eyes and then use the loose one all over my face. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So let me just pat out any creasing that I might have. That looks really nice actually. Okay, so those are my under eyes set, and it looks really light under my eyes, which is nice because I don't want my under eyes to look cakey. So now I'm just going to take the peach powder. I'm just going to get some of it in the lid. Yeah, it definitely has a smell, but I'm not sure if it's peach. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this on my brush. I've set my cheeks on like the lower area of my face. And you know what? That powder with the foundation actually works really, really nicely together. The smell is a bit peculiar though, I won't lie. Because like, it's not a peachy smell, but it does smell. Like, this mirror is a pretty decent size as well. I can see like, not my whole face, but pretty much all my face. Like I can see a good amount of my face. One thing I will say with this powder, I've not used a lot of the powder that I've poured out. Like a lot of it is going to have to go back into the packaging. So that's good. Oh shoot, that was a lot. Let's just have a feel. Oh yeah. No, that feels really set actually. Ooh. That feels nicely set in place. I just quickly need to set my eyelids. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, so far everything's working really nicely together, which is good. And that peach powder, it did look a little bit like, obviously peachy orangey coloured. So I was a little bit concerned that it was going to like affect the colour of the foundation, but I really don't think that it has. Okay, so the places that I usually get texture is like right under my lip here, and that is looking pretty decent, to be honest. It doesn't look textured at all, and my skin feels really, really set in place, which is nice. Yeah, everything's looking really set. In the camera, I look a little bit dry on the camera, but in person, I don't look dry, so I don't know why it's coming across like that. But I've got so much of this powder left, which is obviously good, you know, good value for money. And obviously Revolution is already super cheap anyway. Okay, so now I have something that could ruin everything, honestly, because it just looks so scary to me. So now I would usually set my face. And the only new kind of setting spray that I have is the Pixie Skin Treats Glow Mist with propolis and argan oil. And it's a nourishing mist, and it says, all over face mist for glowing, luminous and smooth complexion. Enriched with 21 natural oils plus propolis, which I might be saying wrong, aloe vera and fruit extracts. It says you can use it before makeup to hydrate, protect and nourish the skin. Oh my god, I'm fuming. I've been filming for I don't know how long, so my camera had stopped recording, so I'm so sorry. I don't really know what you've missed. Obviously I'll see in editing, but I've just set my face with the Pixie Skin Treats Glow Mist with propolis and argan oil. And I was really nervous about trying this because it looks really oily in the bottle, if I just show you. So basically you can use it before makeup to hydrate and protect and nourish the skin, and it says you can use it after makeup to set your skin and add a dewy finish and protect the makeup. And then it also says you can use it at any time to refresh makeup and hydrate and add a glow. But I don't know if you can see. Can you see like up the top here? I don't know if you can, but there's like an oil. It looks like there's like an oil in it, which was scaring me. But I have just sprayed my face with it. I don't know whether that was caught on camera or not. But it hasn't took any of my makeup off. And it does seem to have helped the powder to just kind of mesh in with my skin a little bit more, which is nice. I can't see that it's done anything. The only place that I'm noticing is my eyebrows. It looks like it's like meshing with the wax, so that's a bit concerning. But I guess we will just see. So now that I have that on anyway, and I think it's pretty dry. For starters, I'm desperate for a drink, so. And then on to like powder face products. So I've got just boxes and stuff everywhere. The first product I have is from Kinda Beauty, and it's the Kind bronzer in Blissful Bronze, I think the shade is. So this is what the packaging looks like. I got this out of my glossy box, so I've never heard of them before. And then this is what the packaging looks like on the inside. It's honestly really cheap feeling packaging. I have swatched this before, not that I can remember. Let's just go ahead and try this out. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush. So I did only take a little bit. On camera it's looking kind of dark, but in person it's applied a really nice kind of even sort of layer. Seems like quite a nice shade as well, because I was a little bit concerned because I feel like it looks kind of dark in the packaging. Do you know what? I'm actually not mad at that. I really like the shade, and it goes on quite sheer, which I actually like, because there's nothing worse than putting bronzer on and it just being super pigmented and you just can't work with it, and it's just kind of there just on your skin looking a mess. Okay, I feel like that looks really nice, to be honest. I'm a big fan of that. So I'm just going to use it for my nose contour. Okay, that's looking a little bit dark at the minute. I will sort that out in a second with my sponge. I've never heard of this brand before. I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably did, but I got this out of my glossy box one month. I can't remember when. Okay, so far I'm not mad at it. Let me just quickly get my sponge. Just kind of pat over my nose contour a little bit. I am actually a big fan of that, I'm not gonna lie. I obviously went in with a really light hand, so when I don't have like videos and stuff to film, sorry, I'm really hot. When I don't have videos and stuff to film, I will try it, not with like a heavy hand, because obviously with a light hand it works, but I'll try it when I'm being a little less cautious, because I like them bronzers, you know, like when you're in a rush and you could just slap it on and you don't have to be super careful. They're the kind of bronzers I like. So yeah, next step though is my favourite step, so hopefully, pray for me guys, this is good. So I have a new blusher to try. Again, I got this out of a glossy box. So this is the Beauty Crop blush in Stargazing, and it is a blush duo. So this is what the packaging on the box looks like, and then the packaging on the inside. It's really cute with all the stars and stuff on it. Again, the packaging does feel quite cheap, I won't lie. I can't get into it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So you have like more of a pinky blush and then more of like a mauvey blush. They're both shimmery. So I'm not always the biggest fan of a shimmery blush, but I think I might just take a mixture of the two. So I'll just slap my brush in the middle. Ooh, the more pinky side is quite powdery, it looks like. Oh God, they are quite pigmented, it seems. But it does seem to blend quite nicely, and a little, like the little bit I took has seemed to have gone a very long way. But they are really shimmery, I will say that. Okay, so these blushes are a lot more shimmery than I would usually go for, but they have blended out nicely. I don't know. The shimmer is kind of putting me off because I have Milani Luminoso, which is obviously a shimmery blush, but it just adds like, it looks like a dew to your skin. This looks quite shimmery, and I like to put like a decent amount of blush on. I mean, let's be honest, I'm obsessed with blush. I could just keep applying it all day long. So the fact that it's this shimmery is a little bit meh for me. I feel like the two shades mixed together makes a really nice shade though. Yeah, so far not my favourite. That was rude. Yeah, not my favourite, but I also don't hate it either. Yeah, I'm neither a lover or a hater of that one. Okay, so next up, I'm so excited for this. So next I have a highlighter, and the highlighter I have today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in the shade Iced Out. So this is what the box looks like, and oh, I'm so excited for this. So this is what the packaging looks like, and then it has like a little button, and this is what the highlight looks like. I'm so excited, like I can't even contain the excitement right now. So let me just quickly bounce that blush in with my sponge. If you've not done this, by the way, I would highly recommend trying it if you use a sponge. I just feel like it helps the products kind of look like they're not sitting on top of your skin, and they're actually just like, you know, meant to be there. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. So, ooh, okay, it seems quite hard pressed. Like, I've just wiggled my brush in there a lot, and honestly, if you was to look at the packaging, you wouldn't even know. And I guess I'll just use the mirror on here. Oh, I'm so excited. Please be nice. Oh my God. I'm not getting a cast, I don't believe. Yeah, no, I'm not getting a cast. And then when you turn, oh my God. It's actually quite bizarre, like in the pan. Because honestly, I'll show you in a second. You actually can't tell I even used it. Oh my God, just look at that. Yeah, I don't feel like you can see a cast, but like... So, someone is currently being really noisy with whatever building is going off around my area, so I keep trying to talk when it's not going off. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. So this is what it is looking like. So cute. Look at that glow. And let me just show you what I mean. So I'm not going to blow it because I don't need to, but can you guys even see where I've dug in? Like, I'll show you just so you know. It's this corner. You can't even tell. I really, really like that highlighter. And obviously, like you could see, like, it looks like I've not even used it. Next up, I have eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today is one that I've had for a while. I got this out of my Glossy Box advent calendar, and it is the Iconic London Day to Slay eyeshadow palette, and I've literally not used it. I've kept it purposefully for a testing video. And if I just show you, oh, let me take the little plastic bit out, actually. That would be great. Look at these shades. This palette looks so stunning. I honestly can't wait. I don't even know where to start. I've not swatched anything, and I haven't watched any videos either, so I'm going in blind here. The mirror as well is huge, so I could literally take this with me and do a full face, so love that for me. But I have no idea what to go for. For starters, I think I'm going to take the shade Bellini. And I'm just taking this on a sample beauty brush. It doesn't have like a number or anything on it. And then hopefully there's no fallout. But I'm just going to pack that on my lid. Kind of all over actually, I think. So this is quite like a warm peachy shade. It's actually really pretty. And the pigment is nice. Like the pigment's there, but like it's not a scary amount of pigmented, if that makes sense. Like it's easy to work with, that kind of pigmented. I like that shade so far. Okay, so this is what we're looking at so far. And I've got a little bit of fallout, but hopefully, yeah, it's not marked or anything. It has just wiped away. So they are a little bit powdery in the pan, but I really like that shade. It's like pretty and peachy. So now I think I'm gonna go in with, I was gonna mix two shades, but I don't actually think I am. I'm gonna go in with Peaches and Dreams. Is it Dreams? Yeah. Which is that one there. It's just literally a really pale peachy shade. I'm gonna take that on another sample beauty brush, just a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna use that to help kind of diffuse out that pinkier shade. These eyeshadows are blending into each other like honestly like a dream. Like I'm barely having to do anything. Hopefully that is being portrayed on the camera, because honestly they're making this really easy for me. I've never tried any Iconic London eyeshadows before. I honestly think the only thing from Iconic London I've ever actually tried was the Prep Set Glow Spray. And I used to really like that spray. Okay, those two look beautiful together. I've dropped my brush. I am just going to take a little bit more of the first shade Bellini and just kind of add a little bit of that back in, just because I want them to kind of pop. It might be the brush I'm using, but Bellini seems to be a little bit more powdery than Peaches and Dreams, but again that could just be the brush that I'm using. Oh, I love the way these are looking, and I'm not going to take any extra product. I'm just going to use the brush that I used for Peaches and Dreams and just kind of fluff all that out a little bit. I feel like that's what eyeshadow is. It's literally just a whole lot of back and forth between brushes. I can't decide what shimmer to go for. I kind of want to use Peach Fizz, but then I think Wonderland would look nicer. I think I'm going to use Wonderland today. That's this one here. I feel like it's kind of being washed out. If I tip this down a little bit, hopefully you can see. It's like a pinkier shade of shimmer. I'm going to take it on a brush because my nails are quite long. So hopefully it applies nicely with a brush. Hoping this isn't going to give me a ton of fallout. Just kind of press it on at first. Let me just kind of get it on there, and then I'll use my finger for like the center of my eyes, and then you can kind of see the difference. It's looking really pretty though. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my finger as best as I can. Oh yeah, they apply loads better with your finger. Whoa, loads better with your finger, which I kind of suspected. I like to use my finger for shimmers anyway, it's just a bit hard when I have long nails. And then I'm just going to take the brush that has Bellini on, and I'm not going to take any extra product. I'm just going to flick into the shimmer. I'm really happy with those eyes. And then I'm just going to take the Peaches and Dreams blush and just brush and just make sure everything is blended really nicely. I feel like that looks so pretty. I did get quite a lot of fallout from the shimmer. Then I'm just going to take a really small brush and I'm going to take some of Bellini on there. And I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line. Yeah, these shades are super easy to use. Just with the same brush, I'm just going to dip into Peaches and Dreams. I'm really happy with my eyes today. I haven't done like a peachy look on my eyes in a while. So those are the eyes. So now the only thing I have left to do is a bit of eyeliner in my waterline, which is not a new product I'm just going to do. And then lips. So I'm going to quickly just do my eyeliner and a lip liner because both of them are not new. And also a mascara as well because that's not new. And then, yeah, I'll be back to do lips, which is exciting. Okay, so you can probably hear Aurora. Aurora, look, it's you. So, she's joining me. The last thing I have to do is lipstick. And a new lipstick that I've had for a while and just haven't tested is this Huda Beauty lipstick. That looks gorgeous. It's in the shade Wedding Day. And it looks beautiful. I think it might be a bit dark for the eyes, but we move. So I'm pretty sure this is a matte lipstick. Yeah, so it's a matte lipstick, so I might have to apply a gloss afterwards. But I don't like the shape of the lipstick because it's quite like, it's got like straight edges on it. It doesn't really make any sense. Huh? So that's what it's looking like. It doesn't really match the eyes, but it's okay.
I got this.
Good girl. So I'm just kind of trying to wait for it to dry down a bit, but it feels really comfortable. It doesn't really feel matte though, and it doesn't feel like it's drying. So I'm just going to quickly apply a gloss over the top just because I prefer the look of a glossy lip. So I might have to change my lipstick because I don't really feel like it matches the eyes and I feel like it's washing me out a little bit, but I actually like the lipstick. So there's a few things that I'm a little bit like not so bothered about. So that would be the Bare Minerals primer. I'm not too bothered about. It's okay, I just don't really feel like it really did anything. And the Pixie Skin Treats setting spray, well, I used it as a setting spray anyway. I'm not the biggest fan of this. Like, it's okay. It just makes me feel really weary. And I feel like my skin is probably going to get oilier quicker with this because I can literally see that it has oil in it. And then also the Beauty Crop blushes. They are really pretty. They're just so shimmery. I don't know how well you can see it, but they're just really shimmery. They are really pretty shades. I just can't, like, when they're on your face, they're just so shimmery. So yeah, they're not my favourites. I will use them and I don't dislike them. They're just not my favourites and they don't get me really that excited. I love this powder by Revolution. Like, it's really set my face down. Like, my face feels like it's not going to move. Also, the Charlotte Tilbury powder as well under my eyes just looks flawless. It doesn't look creasy and cakey. It just looks really, I don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously my concealer just doesn't look creasy or anything under there. I also really like the foundation. The foundation is really nice. And obviously the packaging is gorgeous. So the ABH like brow freeze stuff is really hard for me to show you without like absolutely blinding your eyeballs out. There you go. That's probably as best I can do. I do really like this. I don't know. I feel like I need to try it with different brow products. I don't think it worked very well with that brow powder. But I definitely will try it again. And it really did just stick my brows down in place. And the concealer. For £2 it's really good. Like, it did look really nice under my eyes, and it was really light, which is what I liked. It wasn't like too heavy and just cakey under my eyes, because I feel like I need something a little bit more thin than like a thick full coverage concealer nowadays. So I'm not mad at this, and I definitely will continue to use it. It's not necessarily my favourite concealer I've ever tried though. I'm still on the hunt for that concealer. The bronzer, like, I do like it. It is really nice. I just need to try it a little bit more. I need to just try it and just see if it's one of them that I could just chuck on if I'm in a rush and I know it's just going to work, you know? So it's decent, and I will continue to use it, and then obviously the more I use it, the more I'll know if it's like right up my alley or not. The highlighter, I'm obsessed with the ABH highlighter. It just looks stunning. Just look at it. It's gorgeous, and it just looks so just dewy on the skin. I really, really like this. This is fast going to become one of my favourites. I know that for a fact. And is there anything else that I tried? Oh yeah, the lipstick, so far so good. It went on okay. I just don't really like the shape of the bullet. Obviously I've used it now, so it looks a little bit more grubby, but like, look, like it's got like straight edges, which just doesn't make much sense to me personally, but it is what it is. I do like it. I just don't really like it with this eye look, you know? And then last but not least, the eyeshadow palette. I really like this eyeshadow palette. I feel like, because it's obviously cardboard packaging, it is one of those eyeshadow palettes I'd be able to take away with me, especially because look at the size of the mirror. Like, I can literally do my whole face in this easy peasy, and the shades just are stunning. You've got a lot of just like easy wearable shades here. There's not really any kind of pops of colour or anything. I feel like it's just a really good staple, kind of everyday kind of palette. You could easily do like evening looks though, like you have this dark brown down here to like deepen up, do like wing liner and stuff. And I just feel like it's a really nice palette, and it has a nice variety of both shimmers and mattes. And obviously the mattes that I used today worked so easily with each other. They blended into each other beautifully. Really nice formula, and the shimmer obviously with my finger went on amazing. And it also applied really nicely with a brush too. It was just a little bit more sheer and looked more like kind of like a glitter topper until I built it up. But yeah, I am obsessed with this palette, and I'm definitely going to get more use out of it. And yeah, I do think it would be a really good travel palette. So love that for me. So I'm pretty sure that is everything. I don't think I've missed anything out. I think my favourite products by far have to be the highlighter and the Iconic London eyeshadow palette. I think they're my two favourites today. That is the end of this video. I pretty much liked everything I used today, which doesn't happen all the time, so I don't know why I'm crossing my fingers. So I'm really glad about that. Let me know what your favourite product was that I tried today. Let me know if you've tried any of these products and what works best for you with them, because obviously this is only my first impressions. So the more I use the products, the more I'll know if I really do like them. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like, because it really does help me out. And if you are new around here, I would love if you could subscribe before you head on out of this video, because I'm really trying to hit 400 subscribers before the end of the year. So I would love if you could join us here. So before I make this intro really long, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.